What?
A possible set photo from Avengers Doomsday has started circulating online, showing James Marsden chatting with an MCU veteran, reportedly Benedict Wong. The image is unverified and could easily be fake or AI generated. But if it's real, it hints at a potential scene between Cyclops and Earth-616's Sorcerer Supreme. Benedict Wong hasn't officially been listed in the massive cast reveal, but his appearance makes sense given his role as Sorcerer Supreme, connecting him to heroes like Captain Marvel and Bruce Banner. Wong himself has expressed excitement about potential clashes with characters like Doctor Doom. It's still unclear how major a role the X-Men will play, but fans suspect an incursion between Earth-616 and Earth-10005, potentially leading to heroes from both worlds facing off. There are also rumors about a spaceship set being built, which could serve as a life raft for survivors after the final incursion. A floating image also supposedly shows Marsden as Cyclops, alongside Sir Ian McKellen as Magneto, though that's likely fake. The confirmed Avengers Doomsday cast includes Thor, Invisible Woman, Captain America, Black Panther, Ant-Man, Namor, Shang-Chi, Loki, Professor X, Magneto, Cyclops, Gambit, Doctor Doom, and many more. Avengers Doomsday hits theaters in December 2026, followed by Avengers Secret Wars in December 2027. With so many X-Men in this movie, we're definitely going to get a big team scene, and I really hope Cyclops gets to lead them properly, just like he does in the comics and the animated series. He totally deserves it. He's such a strong, layered character in the comics, and I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten a solo project for him yet. I'm sure it'll happen eventually in the MCU. When it does, they're obviously going to recast him, and I've got some solid ideas. First up, Nick Robinson. He's already worked in a big franchise with Jurassic World, playing Zach Mitchell, and he held his own even in a small role opposite Ty Simpkins, who you might remember as Iron Man 3's Harley Keener. Beyond that, Robinson has shown he can handle emotional, layered roles in Love, Simon, A Teacher, and Maid. At 29, he's a perfect age to play Cyclops for a good decade. He could nail Scott Summers' confident leader vibe while also handling more grounded, emotional moments, making Cyclops both inspiring and relatable. Next up is Jake Lacy. He's got the energy to pull off Scott Summers. Lacy is super versatile, handling both comedy and drama really well. You might remember him as Pete in the later seasons of The Office, where he showed off that deadpan humor. He's also impressed in shows like The White Lotus, Apples Never Fall, and A Friend of the Family. Those first two shows highlight how he can swing from ridiculous comedy to serious emotional moments seamlessly. In A Friend of the Family, he even played a genuinely despicable character. As Cyclops, Lacy could go either way, uptight or more relaxed, while always carrying that quiet intensity that makes the character stand out. Next, coming up is Sam Claflin. He would be perfect for a different take on Cyclops. In the Fox X-Men movies, Cyclops came off as pretty stoic, but there's more to him than just that. Sure, Scott Summers is disciplined and focused on X-Men missions, but he can also have fun, especially since the X-Men are more like a family than just a team. X-Men 97 even showed this when Cyclops apologized and joined in after initially scolding the team for playing basketball. Claflin could nail both sides of the character. In Enola Holmes, he played Mycroft, a stickler for the rules. That's the Cyclops side you'd see with Xavier or on the field. Then in The Hunger Games as Finnick Odair, he showed a playful, unpredictable side, which could bring that fun energy to Cyclops like in X-Men 97. Next is Dylan O'Brien. He's a familiar pick for superhero roles, whether it's Marvel or DC, and it's easy to see why. He's been in a bunch of projects where he either led the cast or played layered, interesting characters. While he could pull off several MCU heroes, Cyclops seems like a perfect fit. In The Maze Runner, O'Brien showed he can be a magnetic lead, believable as a guy who fights for his friends no matter what. That's pretty much Cyclops in a nutshell. Plus, he's handled plenty of action-heavy roles, so he'd be convincing as the X-Men's field leader, making Cyclops feel like a fully rounded hero in the MCU. Moving on to Robbie Amell. He has a solid background in superhero projects, especially with DC. He's Stephen Amell's cousin and played Firestorm in the Arrowverse. He's no stranger to action, and his recent role as Connor in Code 8 Part 2 proves he can handle physical, powers-filled roles which would make him believable leading the X-Men in battle. But Amell really shines in quieter, more personal roles. In the comedy series Upload, he shows off his charm as Nathan, a character who grows from being all work-focused to someone shaped by friends and family. That kind of range means he could make Cyclops both a relatable and dynamic hero, handling big action scenes and lighter emotional moments with ease. Up next is Brenton Thwaites. He is an interesting pick because he's already played a superhero who leads a team, Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, in DC's Titans. While he probably won't return for the new Teen Titans movie, he nailed the role and carried the show as its star. Titans' version of Nightwing was a bit different from the comics, sometimes overbearing and strict about following Batman's rules. That actually makes Thwaites a great fit for Cyclops. If the MCU wants to highlight Cyclops' role as a responsible, on-the-field leader, Thwaites could bring that drive and determination to the character perfectly. Next is Henry Cavill, who is in a unique spot. After playing Superman, he's now free to jump to the MCU, especially with David Corenswet taking over the role in James Gunn's reboot. While he could play a few different heroes, and we already seen him as Logan, but Cavill as Cyclops could be something special. Cyclops hasn't gotten his full moment in recent X-Men movies, so casting a big name like Cavill signals that he'll be a key part of the MCU mutant story. Plus, between his time as Superman and Geralt in The Witcher, Cavill has proven he can handle intense fight scenes, making him a strong fit to lead the X-Men in action. Jensen Ackles is another fan favorite for superhero roles. He's currently the top pick for Batman in the new DC universe, but if that doesn't happen, he'd make a solid Cyclops for the MCU. The only real drawback is his age. At 46, he might be too old for a younger Cyclops. Putting age aside, Ackles has shown he can handle both the action and leadership sides of a hero. From Dean Winchester in Supernatural to Soldier Boy in The Boys, he's got the physicality and presence to make Cyclops a strong, respected leader. Fun fact, at 2019's San Diego Comic-Con, Ackles even tried on Cyclops' visor and looked the part. Next, we have Jacob Elordi. He has the height and presence to make Cyclops feel physically commanding. At 6'5", he'd definitely stand out. He's one of Hollywood's rising stars, already nailing a major role as Elvis early in his career. At 26, Elordi could be the MCU's Cyclops for the next decade, joining other Euphoria alumni like Zendaya who have made the jump to superhero movies. He brings a calm intensity to his roles that fits Scott Summers perfectly, making him look composed but ready to unleash in battle. Well, that's it for today. Who's your dream pick for Scott Summers? And what kind of Cyclops would you want to see leading the X-Men on the big screen? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you don't miss more updates on this and other exciting superhero news. Let's keep the conversation going. I can't wait to read your picks.